Hi everyone, welcome back to Discover and Learn, and I am your communications coach. How is your English speaking practice going? Are you following my tips and tricks, guys? If not, this is another session exclusively for you, in which you learn how to start having conversation with people in English effortlessly and easily. Now I'll give you an example. Sometimes back we went on a vacation to a beach. So the whole day we were at the beach, we enjoyed everything. We had something to eat there as well from the chowpatty. But then later after dark, we thought of going to a good restaurant and having a good dinner. But it was a new place and we were little lost because we were not able to understand or find the right place to eat. We tried finding something on Google Maps also, but it was difficult because we didn't had our own conveyance. So we had to take a taxi and then go somewhere. So we were not very sure about the location and the hotel. So I saw some people on the beach who were also going somewhere. So I thought of asking them for a good restaurant. So I went there, I approached them and I said, do you know any good restaurant nearby where we can go and have dinner? And to my surprise, it clicked. They told me today itself they went to a restaurant to have lunch and that restaurant was too good. You can find seafood, you can find non-veg, you can find veg, whatever you want you will find it there, and it's a very good restaurant. It's nearby and we can go and have dinner there. And another interesting thing what happened was they told us, if you don't mind, if we can accompany you there. So this is how we start speaking to people and we make friends also. So we went together, we had a good dinner, we had a conversation with them, and then we went back to our places. Right? So this is how you can make friends with a stranger as well. Right? So these are the topics which you can start having conversation on with people in English. So today in this session, I am going to tell you how you can have a short conversation or a simple conversation with people in English on this topic. And later in my video, I'm going to give you tips and conversational starters so that you can start using it, practicing it on your own, and you can start speaking it with people outside as well. So let's get started. So the topic today for a short conversation or a small talk is you can start asking people about places, right? Places to visit, whether it is a restaurant or a hotel or any other tourist spot or any other location, whatever you wish, whatever is there in your mind, you can just speak out, right? So about location. Now, things like restaurant or food or shopping, everybody is interested in, right? You can just simply ask people, I want to buy some jewelry. Where will I get it from? Can you please help me out with some good places or some good brands? Yeah, you can ask that. If you are outside of your city, you don't know anything, you can just simply approach people and you can ask about, shopping places or tourist spots or good restaurants or good cafes or street food, anything you can ask them for, right? What should I eat here? What is the specialty of this place? What places should I explore? These are the questions you can just come up with, right? Now, in a situation where whether if you are in an office or you are with your colleagues or any stranger or anywhere else, you are in a meeting, you are in a conference, you are in a public gathering, you are at an event or any function or celebration, wherever you are, if you meet people, simply come up with conversation on these topics, right? Like what all things you can say or how you can start the conversation. So after meeting and greeting people, you can simply take up the topic by saying, well, I'm new to this place, can you please suggest some good tourist spots to explore? I wanted to go for shopping. Can you please suggest some good places to shop from? Okay, another thing you can start talking about. Next is, I wanted to explore the local cuisine of this area or this place. Any suggestions? right? So you're talking about food, you're talking about shopping, you're talking about tourist spots, you're talking about anything else like how do I travel? Should I book a cab or is there any private taxis available here which I can book? This is another question which you can ask people, right? When you are trying to explore a new city or you are in a new place for a conference or a meeting or a celebration, anything. If you are at your place also, you can just ask people if you are in another area, right? If that is not your area, you can just check with them like, okay, you stay in this area, so if you can just help me out with some good restaurants or some good shopping places or some good spots which I can go and visit. You can just talk about all these things, right? Or what is famous in this area? Any suggestions? Or if you can suggest any new place which I can visit in this area, right? So these kind of questions you can just come up with and start asking people to introduce this topic, and you'll see people will start talking about it. Everybody knows what is there in the area, what shopping complexes are there, what good places are there which you can visit, cafes, restaurants, hotels, or anything else. There are lots of things which you can explore in a particular area, right? Which people will talk about to you, which people will suggest you. So these are the topics which you can come up with while having a conversation with them. So this is a very simple question. I've suggested what kind of questions you can ask to introduce this topic. So you can take up all these questions and you can start practicing it at home. And at the same time, what you can do is, of course, after that the answer is over, the person is going to ask a follow-up question with you, right? So you have to prepare that as well. Maybe they might ask you what is famous in your area. Which places would you suggest in your area? What is the most famous thing of your place or at your place? They can ask you, right? Or what is your favorite cuisine? Or what is your favorite food? What is your favorite thing to do? Or what is your favorite place to visit? Right? Any favorite spot you want to go to? Like beaches, mountains, sunset, sunrise. Or if you want to go shopping, what is your favorite? What do you want to do actually? So these are some questions which can come up as a follow-up question which you have to prepare and talk about, right? So if you practice at home in front of the mirror or your video camera, it will be much easier for you to start speaking on these things. It's a small conversation topic, short conversation topic, or a small talk topic. So it will not last for a long time. It will be 2 minutes, 3 minutes conversation, right? The person will suggest you, you will talk about your favorite thing, and then you all will leave. You will go to your destination, the other person will go back to his or her destination. So start preparing on these topics, start talking about these topics. Now here you can take help of AI as well. I'll prefer Gemini because I use it very often. Whatever software you have or whatever AI you have in your software, in your machine, you can just start using that, right? You can just prompt about the small talk topic that you want to have a conversation or want to have a short conversation about. You can prompt the question to Gemini and the Gemini will reply to you and it will ask you a follow-up question. So you will get to know what kind of follow-up questions you're going to get on this topic. So the prompt is, you can just simply say, hey Gemini, I'm looking for some good destinations to visit in Mahabaleshwar. Can you please suggest some? And you'll see it will come up with some suggestions, and then it will come up with a follow-up question also, right? And then see what kind of follow-up question it has come up with and try to talk about it. Try to reply to Gemini on that, or any AI whichever you are using, whether it's ChatGPT or Cloud or DeepSeek, etc., whichever AI you're using. You can just try to prompt this question and see what kind of answer it's going to give and what kind of follow-up questions it's going to ask you, and prepare accordingly. So you can prompt 2-3 different questions and see what kind of follow-up questions is going to come to you. Okay, when you'll be having a real conversation with people in English on this topic. So it will get easier for you to understand the topic, know how to reply to it, and how to start that topic as well. Right? So start practicing in this way on these topics, small conversation topics or small talks or conversation starters, and you'll see a lot of difference in 30 days. Practice consistently for 30 days at least to see the difference in your fluency, speech, confidence, and clarity. But you have to go out and start practicing it with people, start speaking it with people. And it's not difficult at all, guys. Trust me on this. Start taking up one question, one topic every day, prepare it, go out and start speaking, and you will see the magic. So guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in my next session. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, keep watching, and keep exploring. But do not forget to subscribe my channel, press the notification icon, like and share my videos, to write your comments in the comment section, and stay tuned, stay connected, and watch my entire video to master this skill. Bye-bye. Take care.